This is an opportunity for you to tell us about what these teams in the Big 12 have the opportunity to do to make the Field of 68. You're part of the Field of 68 Media Network, so nobody better to do so. Let's start with some of these teams that are projected to be in the field already, some right on the bubble to get into contention. Who are some of the teams that are locks, in your opinion, throughout the Big 12?
Well, obviously Arizona, because they refuse to lose, as John Calipari claimed that motto back when he was the head coach at the University of Massachusetts. Arizona just refuses to lose. But Houston as well, absolute lock. Iowa State, absolute lock. Kansas, absolute lock. Texas Tech, BYU, and UCF. How about the Knights and Johnny Dawkins? What he's been able to do with that program. We saw them knock off Kansas early on in conference play, but this UCF team, they are a lock. They are a lock for the NCAA tournament. I know they haven't played great in their last game. Doesn't matter. This team is for real and a force to be reckoned with in terms of once we do get to March. Now we get some other teams. Oklahoma State beating BYU. What a win for them when you think about it and where they are. TCU, West Virginia, I think they're a little bit of a long shot right now, but we saw the dominance last year in terms of the SEC and how many teams that they got in. Now you got to flip to the Big 12, and they are going to get more teams in this year's field than any other conference in the country. I truly believe that. And you think of national championship contenders. Who has a legit shot to cut the nets down? You have to say Arizona. You have to say Houston because they've been there before. And this Kansas team, the way that they're playing right now. And how can we count out Iowa State? Going into Big 12 play, they were top 5 in the country in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. They've struggled at times on offense. We saw Cincinnati first half against Baylor. They only scored 24 points. But Talon Lipsey, Milan Momcilovic, they're playing better right now. To put them in the same category in terms of national championship contenders with Arizona, with Kansas, and with Houston, I don't know if they're right there, but they're darn sure close.
Real quickly here, Matt, before we wrap up, some bubble teams to keep an eye on. How about Oklahoma State, West Virginia, TCU? Who out of that group do you feel like has what it takes to step up and make the Field of 68?
Well, I think Coach Lutz and what he's doing at Oklahoma State is really, really impressive. I mean, that showed it last night. I loved his press conference afterwards, giving, A.J. DeMonsa praise just in terms of his character. Have great respect for him. They're the team to be able to win that game the way that they did. Although West Virginia, you see the spacing, the speed at which they play with at times, how hard they guard, that North Texas Grant McCasland mentality that they play with. He now has his own coaching tree. Yeah, I don't think you get that. And then Jamie Dixon, he's been there before. He's won 1 million games. He's been to the NCAA tournament, won games in the NCAA tournament. But for me, out of that group, I really like Coach Lutz's group at Oklahoma State.
Hey, and don't forget about Ross Hodge and West Virginia. They only have Texas Tech and BYU as ranked matchups through the rest of conference play, so a couple of opportunities to improve the resume.